If you want high quality prospects using your social profiles, in this video I'm going to be breaking down exactly how you can do that with a real life example of just one of the clients we've done this for. This is something I've done for myself. This is something that's extremely duplicatable for a lot of people and a lot of businesses out there. This is not a video where you have to force yourself to get 400,000 to a million subscribers on YouTube or like 50,000 followers on Instagram. This is applicable for pretty much any business watching, primarily service based, but you're going to get value from it. The example I have over here is Jamari. Now, Jamari's been working with us for a while. He's accumulated a big following now too. He has over 80,000 plus followers, about to reach 90,000 followers. And me personally, I have like 12.5 thousand followers. And all of those followers are extremely high quality followers because what I used to do is I used to create a lot of the broad content to chase a lot of views and a lot of followers. So all my teachings and everything that we implement come from like direct experience. Things to avoid, things to do, things that actually generate income. Because I didn't start off with like 100,000 followers. I didn't get a video to blow up to like 20 million views or like YouTube channel popped up to like 1 million subscribers. No, like I'm just like you and I've SOP'd my entire method so you can use it as well. So before starting, we always have to identify what the goal is. The goal over here is to make more cash. And how you can make more cash is to get more clients. And how you get your clients is of course by a system I'm about to speak to as well. Now, the first point I want to come to over here is the social profile. Now, content in and of itself is an unskippable step. If you're thinking about, hey, Ariba, I'm just looking for like a quick way to, just get some clients, this is not the video. You still have to put in the work. Nothing high revenue generating in this world is easy. So you need to make sure when it comes to the video side of things, you are consistent. You're posting like a video a day, or at least at the very minimum, if you're not posting anything, post at least 3 videos a day on the platform of your choice. In our case, I would heavily recommend Instagram because of the ad side of things as well, which I'm about to get to. So you cannot skip that part. Very, very important. Now, the posting cadence we use for Jamari is pretty much posting every single day because we offer a done for you service where we take care of everything from the scripting to the editing to the recording and the publishing. So it makes it super easy for Jamari to do. He still has to put in the work on, sometimes coming to the studio or showing up an hour a week to actually record the content himself. We're not at that level where, we can make an AI video of him and a video blows out. Theoretically, you can make an AI video using HeyGen and stuff, but it just is not as good. So you need to make sure that you're still recording the content yourself and then having it, of course, edited and then properly produced before publishing it. So even on the content, you might ask like, Arif, what should I be actually posting? So just post questions your prospects have and answer them through content. Talk about how your business, solves problem for these prospects. Just make it very solution oriented. Tell people you have the knowledge within this industry. And if you don't, then of course that's another thing you might have to figure out. But yeah, you need to have knowledge. I mean, if you're selling a service, the very least you need is the skill set to do that or even the knowledge. All right, so let's say on the top over here, we have Mr. Prospect. And Mr. Prospect finds you either through the organic profile or through the ad. Now, most of the targeted followers, most of the exact people you want, big chunks of them are going to come from the ad side of things. I'm going to show you how this arrow and all of this kind of like blooms together and it works together, the system. So over here, Mr. Prospect kind of like finds you within these sources. Let's say he sees your ad. Now, Jamari over here helps people remove their collections from their report. So in other words, also increase their credit by doing so and just putting their life back in place. So a lot of people, you'll be surprised, in the United States have this issue. So whenever they come across Jamari's ads, we also have to keep in mind that they're also watching a lot of his competitors' ads as well. So we need to be ready. We can't just show them the ad and just call it a day from there. We need quality prospects who are pretty much ready to buy and want to do research on Jamari. So we give them all the research material they need. So for example, if they come over here and they want to click on the icon over here to make sure that, Jamari is a real person and they just want to view some of the content. This is what a lot of people do as well. As soon as they come across your video, they want to click on the profile and then watch some of your videos just to verify if you're actually what you said you are in the ad and not just full of crap. And on this profile, we treat it as a website. Can we show results? Can we show case studies? Can we show that this is an actual person who pretty much shows up on a daily basis and is an actual business too? So the profile takes care of that side of thing. So let's say if they don't want to go to the profile, some people like to go Google and just do a name search. So in his case, whenever you search his name, even before the website, the Instagram link and the LinkedIn link pops up. And then of course the podcast he's been on, all the images. So he's very searchable. It's not like there's another Jamari James. Even if there is a Jamari James, they're not beating this Jamari James. So we want to make sure that the name itself is searchable on Google. Google is still a very relevant resource people look into. So don't skip on that part. And this is something that happens naturally as well. So for example, if you're posting a lot of content, if you're posting a lot of TikTok videos, LinkedIn videos, what we do for him, we pretty much just take one video and just distribute it amongst 5 different channels. So it makes them even more searchable. So let's say a video gets like 20,000 views on TikTok. That's going to show up on the SEO side of things as well. As you can see over here, Google itself themselves have added this short videos tab over here, which means Google can literally suggest the short videos that have been popular of yourself on Google. So if this doesn't explain kind of like the importance of creating content on the SEO side, I'm not sure what will. So extremely important. So now after that, what happens? Well, let's say they've done their research. Some people, of course, take the action pretty much from this Learn More button and go to his website. Some people will go through the organic page to the website, or some people will just go, come over to the Google page and then find his Instagram page and then go to the website. So it kind of like comes full circle. So let's now just talk about the second step. The second step is they get to the website. And on the website, basically what we want to do is give them more information on the actual service that he's solving on. So over here, we have a VSL. Now, the whole premise of a VSL is to provide them with even more information about how Jamari solves problem, who he has done it for, and also answering a lot of the sales objection he might face on the call. So this makes the VSL extremely effective on the closing part of the thing, which I'm going to get to as well. And some people might ask me like, hey, Reed, what is the point of a VSL if people are just doing their research on Instagram, doing their research on Google? At this point, they should already know that Jamari is capable enough to solve the problem. That's a good question, but the thing is, there are a lot of people who will come from the Learn More button. We want to make sure we give those people the opportunity to learn more about Jamari, because this is the whole premise of a landing page, is to provide more information to the prospect. The more information your prospect can consume, the better and the higher chance of you actually collecting the cash on the actual sales call is going to be. So now let's say they have all the information on the planet to make a decision. Now what we want to do is qualify them. It's a two-way street. You're asking the question, why should we work with you? We're asking the question, why should we work with you? And do you have the qualifications to even work with us in the first place? Because we have standards. So this is something, of course, Jamari gives me a list of standards on what type of clientele he's able to work with. Do they need to have kind of like a set amount of expectations on how much the service is going to cost? Do they need to have certain issues to be even qualified for this solution? So over here, extremely simple. You just need to make sure that you're qualifying the actual prospect and then also disqualifying them as well. Because if you're not disqualifying people, you're not teaching the ads anything. Because when you run meta ads or any type of ads, it learns from the data you provided back. If you disqualify people, it's going to learn which people are most likely going to be disqualified and not show more people like that behavior. And then people who are qualified. And then Facebook kind of like looks into that data itself. I'm like, okay, so this person's qualified, this person's qualified. Now we have a list of 100 people who are qualified. This is a good enough list for us to go out there and then find more people who might be qualified to use your marketing services. So the ad campaigns performs better and better. And by the way, if you're thinking if this is like, this can be done on Instagram Boost, no, it can't. You need to do this on Ads Manager, or if you're running Google, you can perhaps do this on Google as well. This is done by the pixel, the code that goes into the actual website. Very, very important if you want to get into that technical stuff as well, which we're not going to go into today, but it is just worth mentioning. After that, I have this extremely simple setup I want you guys to go over. Now, of course, I've just used 4 emojis to explain this to you on what it actually means. After they fill out a form, a couple of things happen. We want to put them into our automation. Now, if you're familiar with Go High Level or like Zapier, you can build like a simple automation. You can hire somebody to do this for you, but this is going to be extremely important just to make sure that we're maximizing every lead that comes through the door. Because if you're pretty much talking to them by yourself without a sales team, automation is definitely something you cannot ignore, like not even 1%. You need to make sure you have a proper CRM with built-in automations that you can pretty much use right off the bat. So in his case, as soon as the lead comes in, we pretty much wait 5 minutes because we also want to give them the chance to book a call directly. Because if they book a call directly, then we just send another set of automations, which is like, hey, thank you for booking a call, to watch the video, were you able to do XYZ? So it's a different set of automations. But if they didn't book a call, which is some people do that, is like they'll fill out the survey, but they won't book a call for whatever reason. That is where we'll send them kind of like following up text, or we'll give the setters in the team or even you as a business owner an opportunity to call them and then manually book them into the calendar. So let's say as soon as they fill out the form, they're qualified, you got the notification, you pretty much call them right off the bat. Like, hey, John, how's it going, man? I just saw your opt-in came in for XYZ solution. Do you have 5 minutes to chat by any chance? I would love to go over some of the action points we can take to make sure we turn A to B. So whatever the script is, of course, you can perform that. And then your goal would be to call these leads and then put them into the calendar. Another thing I've added over here is B follow-up. So as you can see, as soon as the survey comes down to automations, it goes to book calls. And then from the book call, after the book call has happened, the same thing's going to happen over here. We need to follow up with them. Either you set another appointment with them on that actual call, or you just call them and ask for a follow-up, because the whole premise of this part over here is just to display that you would need multiple touch points before closing this deal. And then towards the end over here, we have cash collected. So some people, of course, will close right off the bat on that actual call. And some people, like I said, you would need to be calling them, you need to be booking them, and then they would close. And of course, the other scenario is you following up with them, and then after a couple of follow-ups, they're ready to buy, and then they purchase. So this is how you can build a solid system for yourself on having kind of like a zero online presence to collecting cash literally within the next 90 to 120 days. This is something you can do. And the whole premise and why I push ads so much to people is because it's something it's trackable. Organic content, it's good, but if you're relying on organic content to get leads and make more sales, that will always happen as well. But it's unpredictable. We cannot predict if a video will go viral or will not go viral. We think a video is going to go viral because we can put all the best practices in it, and it might even get a lot of views. It might even get like 20,000 views. But if you're still not getting the leads, that's when it becomes a problem. So we want to use content as a credibility metric. Is this person real? Is this person active? Does this person have an ongoing brand? Because let's be honest, if this person came to the ad and then saw a page with 2 followers and 2 images which says happy birthday and happy new year, they're probably not going to buy it. They're probably going to think it's a scam and then just go on with their life. But if they come over here and they see a page with like 5,000 followers, they have a lot of videos, and then they can consume some of that material and then give you a follow, and then over time they watch more of your stuff, and then just after a couple of weeks they decide to, you know what, it's time to reach out to this guy because I've been watching more and more of his content. Let me just go through his funnel, put in my information, get on a call with them, and then just work on this right away. So this is how you can pretty much create this system, which is extremely powerful to close more deals. This will give you a peace of mind and have you regain control of your entire business. So yeah, that is all for today's video. And if you do need help implementing this exact system, there's a Calendly link in the description. Just give me a call and then we can pretty much talk about on how we can help you pretty much install this business literally within the next 90 to 120 days.